Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Five a Day. Now, I'm a few minutes earlier today than normal, and I hope that's fine with you. It's just one of those things. Yesterday, I'm very sorry that we weren't able to be online, but I had to go into London. Pauline and I went off into London, loaded the car. We went into the church to set up signs all over the place because we're opening again on this coming Sunday morning for services, and we just have a lot of signage. We need to look through the building and see it as safe as possible. It's a little bit difficult, and I knew it would be because the building's not empty. During lockdown, we've been using it with North Kensington Community Kitchen, who we've been involved with it since the inception and since the beginning of lockdown. And also in recent weeks, we've allowed a charity called Wand UK to use the building a couple of days a week to receive groceries, to pack them, and then to have drivers that they've got, volunteers, come and deliver food out to families. And the needs we know are massive. Just to go back to North Kensington Community Kitchen, and right at the beginning of lockdown, we realised what problems there would be. We realised there would be a lot of people who, with all the talk of local authorities and governments and everything coordinating, doing this, we know from experience, because we've been in the area a long time, that there will be many people who will fall through the cracks or don't really have a really good relationship with the local authority and have no confidence in the government and will need help and will need support. Let me read you Proverbs 22:3. I'll read you from a couple of versions. New NIV says, "The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences." And I think we were, I met with some people who are like-minded and in the community, and we were prudent enough to see some of the dangers and some of the things that were going to happen. And so we set up straight away this food project, which, as you know, feeding something like 180 people a day, Monday to Friday. This other project was set up by an existing charity out of the need that they had and realised, and I think they're feeding something like at least 80 people or 80 families in the Kensington area. We could see what was happening. We knew what would happen from experience, from wisdom, and we didn't wait to see, but we made provision for those. This whole coronavirus thing, you've got people now seemingly in two camps. Some people are being cautious, another seems to throw caution to the wind. With the churches opening, some people are going, fantastic, liberty, freedom. And I've heard reports of some church services happening last weekend where there was no social distancing, it's nothing. Well, hey, we might consider that to be spiritual because God will look after us. I probably think it's a bit like closing your eyes and walking across a high road in Kensington and assuming that God's just going to look after you. God calls us to use our intelligence, use our brains, use our knowledge, use our experience, and to make plans. The prudent see danger and take refuge. And spiritually, often we can be gung-ho. We've talked a lot last week about temptation and about the enemy coming against us. And being prudent is being prepared. We can be prepared, and we can know where our enemy might come at us. We might know some dangers. We might know some weaknesses. We might know some things that then hold back our action, and cause us to be a little bit more circumspect in what we do. Or we can just bowl into things. It's about preparedness. It's about planning. It's about thinking. So as we went into the building yesterday, it's about thinking, what are the risks? What are the pinch points? What are areas in which we need to either close down or, correctly sign, or what areas do we need somebody to supervise? And man, that's prudence, you know. And we're believing that God will be there and that God will speak into lives, but we're not going to play fast and loose with people's health because of some sort of overblown sort of concept of how God will protect us and how God will be with us. And so we need to understand in our spiritual life, we need to make steps, we need to make plans, we need to be prepared, we need to live prepared in our Christian lives. We take in the information, we take in the knowledge, and we allow that to help us to make good decisions, to make right decisions, and to move forward. And this time, during these last few weeks in lockdown, I started off really wanting to encourage us, wanting to help us develop our spiritual life. But I feel more and more now that as we're approaching a changing point, not the end of everything, but actually a new beginning that's happening, that we need to be people who are prepared, and we need to be challenged to make some changes that are going to impact the future that's around us. We need to see what's happening. We need to be and carefully walk forward, carefully advance into the new situation. And God will be with us and will bless us and will touch people's lives. God bless you, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow morning, hopefully at the normal time, but you'll get this anyway, whatever time you log in. Have a great day.